Following the light of the sun, we left the old world. This was one of many quotes when this famous explorer left Spain to accidentally find new land. Christopher Columbus was a famous explorer back in the 1400s. Columbus sailed a total of 4 excursions across the oceans. His third exploration was across the Atlantic Ocean, still looking for new land to discover. When he sailed back to Spain, he was given a total of 17 ships and over 1,000 workers to help him in his journeys. We have a holiday that has happened because of his discoveries. Let me teach you a little bit about who he was and what he did. Columbus spent his early years at his father's business as a wool weaver. His father was Domenico Columbus, and his mother was Susanna Fontarosa. Christopher Columbus was born on October 31st, 1476. His family wasn't wealthy, so he didn't receive a good, strong education like everyone else around him did. When he turned 14, he started to work on all kinds of ships. After years of working on ships, he became a sailor on the Mediterranean Sea. Unfortunately, his ship crashed by the Portugal coast in 1476. Later, he traveled to Lisbon, where his brother lived. He went there because he wanted to help his brother make charts and maps. While he was there, he met some navigators and some pilots of ships. They told him about some of the islands on the west side. He later married a woman by the name of Philippa Moniz Perestrela. They had 2 sons named Diego and Ferdinand, and he had 3 brothers and 1 sister, Bartholomew, Giacomo, Giovanni, Pellegrino, and Biancanetta. His nationality was Italian. Soon after Christopher and his wife named their kid Diego, his wife passed away. In 1485, he moved to Spain. Instead of people calling him Christopher Columbus, he went by the name of Cristobal Colon. Christopher Columbus was a very successful sailor and did a total of 4 long journeys across the oceans. People back then always took the land to travel to different areas of the world. Columbus had a better idea. His idea was to sail across the oceans to get to other lands. He claimed that it would be very easy and very possible. Finally, he set off to find new lands with 3 ships. He sailed along the African coast. Then he came to the conclusion that they could sail the Atlantic Ocean instead of going all the way around Africa. He wanted lots and lots of fame and fortune. They came to a land that they thought was the Americas, but it was really the Bahamas. They sailed to the islands and searched the whole island for treasure. In September 1493, he came back to Spain and set back off to the Americas. He landed at an island and decided to call it Dominica. He sailed back home to Spain to tell the monarchy what he had discovered. The Spanish authorities had to set new governors to take over everything. As soon as they found what they needed from the 3rd trip, Christopher left more than 40 people behind. He needed them to stay behind and rebuild. The people were mainly his brothers and his crew members. A couple of years later, in 1506, he sailed to Mexico. It was his last journey of his life. He died and was buried there. Christopher Columbus has his very own holiday, which occurs on the 2nd Monday of October. Columbus Day has been happening since 1971. This holiday is celebrated in memory of him because he found many new lands, and although he may not have been the first one to find the new land, he was one of the discoverers of the new land. Every Columbus Day, kids don't have school, and government workers have the day off. The Spanish monarchy were the ones to host all of his travels across the ocean. Finding new land wasn't the only reason he wanted to sail. He wanted a new trade route to the east. He traded with the Indians, and then he traded with the natives.